One of the biggest misconceptions about dinosaurs is believing they were born as kings. They weren't. The ultimate killing machine known as Tyrannosaurus rex, with enough bite force to crush bone like dry wood, came from a lineage that once occupied the absolute bottom of the food chain. Long before dinosaurs ruled the earth, they were small, vulnerable animals struggling to survive in a world dominated by far more powerful creatures. To understand their rise, we need to travel back more than 230 million years to the Triassic period. At that time, all continents were joined into a single supercontinent known as Pangaea. Vast deserts stretched across the interior. Temperatures were extreme. Rain was rare. Survival was difficult. The true rulers of this world were not dinosaurs. They were crocodile relatives known as pseudosuchians. Some species grew nearly 10 meters long. Their bodies were protected by armor, and their jaws were packed with serrated teeth. They dominated the landscape and occupied the top of the food chain. Compared to these giants, early dinosaurs were almost insignificant. Many were no larger than a dog. They had no armor, no impressive weapons, and no obvious advantages. In a direct confrontation, they had little chance of survival. But evolution often rewards the overlooked. Instead of becoming stronger, early dinosaurs became faster. Running on two legs freed their forelimbs and transformed the way their bodies functioned. Their bones gradually became lighter and filled with air spaces, reducing weight without sacrificing strength. At the same time, they developed an advanced respiratory system, unlike anything possessed by most reptiles of their age. Fresh air flowed through their lungs continuously, helping them stay active longer and preventing dangerous overheating. While larger competitors tired quickly under the harsh Triassic climate, dinosaurs could keep moving. They became endurance specialists. For millions of years, they survived by avoiding conflict. They fed on scraps, insects, and whatever resources they could find. They were not champions. They were survivors. And during those difficult years, something important was happening. While the dominant animals enjoyed their position at the top, dinosaurs quietly accumulated advantages. Better mobility, greater endurance, more efficient breathing. Evolution was preparing them for opportunities that had not yet arrived. Then the world changed. Around 201 million years ago, one of the most destructive events in Earth's history struck the planet. As Pangaea began to break apart, enormous volcanic eruptions tore across the landscape. Lava flooded vast regions. Massive amounts of carbon dioxide entered the atmosphere. Temperatures soared. Acid rain fell across the continents. Entire ecosystems collapsed. The dominant pseudosuchians suddenly faced conditions they could not handle. Their large bodies required enormous amounts of food and energy. As prey populations declined, their greatest strengths became weaknesses. One by one, the giants disappeared. When the catastrophe finally ended, the world looked very different. The old rulers were gone. Dinosaurs remained. It was one of the greatest examples of survival through adaptation. Dinosaurs did not defeat their rivals in battle. They simply survived the disaster better. When the environment changed, the qualities that once seemed unimpressive suddenly became priceless. For the first time, dinosaurs inherited a planet filled with opportunity. What followed was one of the greatest evolutionary expansions in Earth's history. Freed from competition, dinosaurs diversified into countless forms. Some evolved into enormous herbivores. Their lightweight skeletons gave them a remarkable advantage. Over millions of years, certain species expanded to sizes that pushed the limits of biology itself. These giants stretched more than 30 meters in length and weighed dozens of tons. Entire forests disappeared into their mouths every day. They became living skyscrapers. Other herbivores chose a different strategy. Instead of growing larger, they became harder to kill. Species such as ankylosaurs developed thick armor plates covering much of their bodies. Some evolved massive tail clubs, capable of delivering devastating blows. Predators suddenly faced a difficult challenge. To hunt these living fortresses, carnivorous dinosaurs had to evolve as well. And so began one of the most intense evolutionary arms races the planet had ever witnessed. Herbivores became larger, stronger, and better protected. Predators responded with sharper senses, stronger muscles, and more powerful jaws. Every improvement triggered a counter-improvement. Every advantage forced a response. For more than 160 million years, dinosaurs dominated the planet through relentless adaptation. By now, the dinosaur world had become a battlefield of innovation. Every species was under constant pressure to improve or disappear. The result was an astonishing diversity of forms, from heavily armored tanks to towering giants and lightning-fast hunters. Eventually, near the end of the Cretaceous period, one predator emerged as the symbol of that long struggle: Tyrannosaurus rex. Its skull was built like a crushing machine. Massive muscles powered jaws, capable of generating several tons of force. Few animals in Earth's history have possessed a bite as devastating. Rex was not simply powerful. It was the product of millions of years of evolutionary refinement. The descendant of creatures that once survived by running away had become the most feared predator of its age. Yet the story of dinosaurs is not really about power. It is about persistence. Their ancestors survived because they adapted when stronger animals could not. They endured extreme climates, environmental collapse, and tens of millions of years living in the shadows. When opportunity finally appeared, they were ready. Today, when we stand beneath a giant dinosaur skeleton in a museum, it is easy to focus on its size and strength. But those giants existed only because their ancestors refused to give up when survival seemed impossible. Nature teaches the same lesson again and again. The creatures that appear invincible are not always the ones that survive. More often, survival belongs to those willing to adapt, endure hardship, and keep moving forward when everything around them is falling apart. The rise of the dinosaurs was not the story of a chosen ruler. It was the story of underdogs who outlasted everyone else. And sometimes, in evolution as in life, that is the greatest. Explore how these rulers of the earth eventually faced a catastrophe even greater than the disasters that once elevated them to power, and how their age of dominance finally came to an end.